Good afternoon. Welcome to 2 days RV cooking. Anyway, we do have a winner chicken dinner to the name contest, if you per se. So you know who you are. There's actually 2 people that came up with that, and that sounded cool. So I owe you dinner. I gotta make you dinner sometime soon.
When we meet up on the road again.
Yep. 2 days RV cooking. Had a request to do some of the pork ribs in the Food Ninja. So I've done it a few times, and today I'm going to kind of add a little twist to it again, because I can't leave well enough alone. But anyway, so we'll kind of start off just showing you basically this is, you know, pork ribs. You can get variations of them from baby back to St. Louis style, which is just the spare ribs, which is more the front ribs, and they cut them down, to actually baby backs, which is actually the back ribs. So anyway, these are going to be baby backs, so you can actually come in just with a knife and kind of clean up some of the, maybe some of the extra tissue on it that you might have here and there. I'm not cooking for competition, I'm just cooking to eat. So a lot of times competition, they'll cut off all this extra stuff and trim it up real well. But if you come down and you start, there's this membrane on the back of the ribs that you want off. And the easiest way, sometimes you got to start it with a knife, but I've already see it's coming up, is just get a napkin, a little damp, and grab that piece. See if I can pull it off here. And if you get it coming, you just basically keep tugging it. Ooh. And you get that membrane. Now some people leave it on. I don't. It's because it could be a little chewy. If you lose part of it, you just come back and pick it up. You can use a little knife like that or just a butter knife, but then you just peel off the rest. And then to kind of fit it in a little bit easier, because these are a little bit larger baby back ribs, instead of leaving them whole and curdle them up in there, I'm just going to cut them in thirds. So it's about 4 to 5 ribs is all. So basically, it's kind of funny. You have to cut between the bones up here, and then down through the ribs here. And a sharper knife would have been nicer. So anyway, life is what it is. So we got that. But I do, when I smoke them at home on our Traeger, I will typically rub them down with just regular deli mustard. You know, and if mustard's not your thing, you don't really taste it that much as it cooks and stuff like that. So you really won't notice it, but it adds a really good flavor to it, but also it kind of helps break down some of the tissues and stuff like that with that vinegar to it. And then of course you put your dry rub on.
Is that a dry rub that we buy, or I can't remember? Do you
I just buy one. There's recipes out there that you can kind of do your own rub to, if you wanted to.
So is that one from Costco that we got?
Yeah, this one is I picked up from Costco. There's all different ones out there.
Whatever your preference is. Huh?
I like that one. It has some good pepper to it. So anyway, I just put this one in here for now. We'll finish up these here. So on these here, you just kind of arrange them in here, if you can get them upright, so the steam can kind of go around. Okay, so something like that, and with a basket in here, so that way the steam goes around and up through and stuff like that. So let me wash my hands. Please. And wash everything, and then we'll add the stuff to it and get her going. Okay, we're back. We're all cleaned up. Everything cleaned up from the raw pork and stuff. Anyway, so we got the pork in the Ninja Foodi, and you need to put like a cup of liquid, in there, a cup and a half, somewhere in there, but at least a cup. So you can use beer, you can use water, you can use cider, you can use apple cider vinegar even. I've had people do. If you did that, you probably don't want to do the mustard on there. But then, so like I did in my roast videos and stuff like that, just pour it down the middle so you don't take off your stuff there, all your seasoning and stuff. So you want to pour, like this 12-ounce bottle, you want to keep about 4 ounces back. That would be a cup. And that way you have something to sip on while you're waiting for it to cook. The other thing I like using, since how we don't have a smoker, is just add a little bit of smoked flavor to it as it pressure cooks. Is just some, this is a hickory, but you can get whatever. You don't have to get this big of a container. Typically they're little bottles, like, I don't know, 2 to 4 ounce little bottles you buy in the grocery store. But put in whatever you like, probably a tablespoon, you know, to 2 tablespoons would be fine in there with the beer. And so then at this point, you're going to want to use the pressure lid. So you come in and you set the pressure lid, you set it on and lock it, and you make sure it's over here to the seal part of it. Then you come over here and you hit the on button and it lights up the top, and we want to pressure cook it. So we hit pressure, and this time we're going to use the high, but if you wanted to do low, you could actually just change it towards the low pressure deal. We want to do high, and then to change the time on these, we want to go about baby back. These are kind of large ones, so about 18 minutes should do it. Okay. And then basically from there you just hit your start, and it confirms that, yeah, I got the steam lid on here, and it's going to build up the steam. Once it builds up to pressure, which we chose high, then this will change to the 18, whatever we chose, 18 minutes, and start counting down. So we do that, and then once it stops the pressure, it turns off and switches over to keep warm, and then it naturally just slowly will lose some pressure if you want it to, and that's what we want to do. About 10 minutes, and then we'll come in and we'll vent it to do a rapid release of the pressure. And then it should be done, and then basically we can take them out. We'll take the ribs out, take the liquid out of any liquid in the bottom, we'll take that out of the container. We'll put some barbecue sauce on the ribs, and we'll put them back in here, and we'll use the air fryer lid to basically caramelize the barbecue
yummy
sauce on the ribs.
Make them all yummy.
And it should make my wife happy. So you all come back now. Bye. Okay, we're back. And Shelly wanted a potato salad, so we just was throwing something together. Cooked off some babies, Yukon Gold, some baby reds. Yep. And I was just quartering them up. Be kind of a larger cut, but we want to leave the skin on. Just for us, we kind of like it that way. So basically, just quarter these up.
Did you grab an onion too?
You can do onion. I'm going to put some onion powder in it.
Oh, right.
And then I've got some green onions. I was going to do just at the,
perfect,
to mix in with it. So do your potatoes. Egg cutter. I kind of cheat with the egg cutter. Do it one time through. And that's another thing. We actually hard-boil these in the foodie.
What was it, 6 minutes?
I can't remember now, but it's in the cookbook. It comes with the foodie. So I can never get them the third time cut back so they're all diced, but slices work fine. So.
Yeah, the little tool takes so little room, and it's handy.
As long as I keep my wife from trying to slice olives or mushrooms and breaking the wires.
Strawberries. I like to do
strawberries. No. That happens. We don't have a
egg cutter.
Egg cutter. So got that in there. We've been trying out this. It's actually mayo made from olive oil. So
yeah, we kind of like it.
So anyway, something that's out there. So we'll put some mayonnaise in. Put just a little bit of deli mustard. And then Shelly likes her Dijon stone ground, so we'll add a little bit of that flavor to it.
Yep.
Got left in there wrong side up.
No, it was, I just turned it over when I took
over
the
out
picture.
Here. You don't ever put sweet relish in, you gotta do dill.
We kind of don't agree on that, but because he's the cook, I let him do.
Yeah, whatever. So we got
I prefer sweet, but that's okay.
Got a little bit of onion powder.
A little bit, as in half a teaspoon?
Oh, if that, yeah.
Okay.
You can put more or less. I'll taste this. And we'll add a little more or less
And garlic
powder.
Same thing?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
The magic.
the Alpine Touch, which has got salt and pepper, and it also has a little bit of garlic and
Yeah,
onion.
we like that seasoning.
And then we're going to try in here. This is that everything bagel seasoning. So it's got, you know,
We didn't have
poppy
celery
seeds. Yeah, I didn't have that,
or celery seed. We normally put that in.
so
But we thought we'd try this.
try
a
some
little
of that. It's brand new, so I got to take the seal off. So we'll just
Oh.
shake some up in there.
It's probably not.
Well, that's just, it looks like it's mostly just sesame seeds and
Yeah. I
poppy
don't know.
seeds.
It's good. Simple. That's how simple a potato salad is. For those of you that think it's a big deal to do.
And you can
It's
add,
really
some
not.
people like to add a little salad dressing to the mayonnaise, you know, as well, which, I mean, I kind of do, but
With some ranch.
my wife doesn't. No, I'm talking about
Oh.
like Miracle Whip
No.
salad dressing.
Not a fan.
But you put just a little bit of salad dressing, which I have in the past, and she's never even noticed. I've put bacon drippings in there.
Yeah.
I put in
No, it's good. Gives it good flavor.
a bunch of different stuff in there.
That's how it's done.
Probably needs a little bit of, I need some more salt and pepper, but we'll try it here. Got to sample a little bit of it.
Look at that. I think it's pretty good.
Well, just,
Little pickle juice.
what?
Maybe a little pickle juice.
That's true. But there's just a little bit of this left.
Yeah.
Again, you know, your increments, you know, if you like dill relish, you can put sweet in it if you want to ruin your potato salad. So if you want to do that, go ahead. But I like dill. And pepper. Talked about needing a little pepper. Okay. Put some pepper. And you wanted a little bit of dill.
That's a little bit. Out of my favorite pickles.
Yeah, we don't want to show what it is because, you know, you guys be buying them out of the store. No one will be able to find them. Okay, let's do some green onions. You know, and some people don't do mustard, you know, in their potato salads. Again, I like that flavor, so depends on what you like. Some people put a little more, like fresh celery cut up small in there, and just do mayonnaise.
Good too.
But potato salad can be all different stuff.
Yep.
So just kind of put the flavors you like, and don't be adverse to trying new things. Okay, try again. Since we're just us, we're going to try another bite with just our
With our fork.
forks again.
Yeah.
It's okay? Okay.
So good.
Set that there for real quick, then we'll put it in the fridge. So, back to this, I just turned it off. So it's been sitting. We just need to finish the venting. Which you just take this from this side and just move it over. And it'll go down. Like I said, I turned it all off, so it will take a minute or two.
And the red is up.
Yeah, now it's down. Now I can open it safely. So you rotate that over. And let me get some tongs and we'll check to see if they're done. So,
Look at those. Oh, they smell so good too.
So, yep, they feel pretty tender. I am going to actually,
Do them a little longer.
you know, like this one here is not so bad, but I'm going to do them for a few more minutes.
Yeah, because they still look
And
kind of firm.
just because they were so big ones, I wasn't sure, but you can always
still-
you can always add cooking to it. You can't uncook something.
Right. So is there still liquid in there?
Oh yeah, there's still liquid at the bottom.
Okay.
And so With this, there's still steam in there, so you kind of got to do get the lid on and quickly, oops. Yeah, I got it. What do you know? So then you just, again, turn it back on. We're going to do pressure. We're going to leave it on high, but we don't need 10 minutes, so we'll just come down and we're going to do 5 more minutes.
Okay.
But again, it's got to build up to the pressure before it starts that. So we'll go ahead and hit start, and we'll come back when that's ready. Okay, welcome back. Ribs are done. So now at this point, I just took them out. Gonna put a little barbecue sauce. I love Sweet Baby Ray's, and there's all different kinds of it, flavors of it. So, just put some sauce on it. Use a pastry brush or just
back of a spoon works
back
too.
of a spoon. It's easier to wash a back of a spoon than the pastry brushes can be.
That's true.
A little bit of a pain sometimes. And then you always end up putting a bunch of sauce up in the brush. So anyway, you're just putting a little bit on there so it can glaze, and then you can add a little more if you want it when you go to eat it. So I got that side. So you want to put this back in there. Okay, there we go.
You don't want the sauce on the inside?
Well, we'll just do it on we're just caramelizing this a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll put some on it when we go to eat. So got that on there. Here's some we'll give to the camera person to. Okay.
Yummy.
So just try to get it in there to where they'll brown a little bit.
So good.
She was just telling me, you're sitting here going, oh, it smells so good in here. Between the pork and the potato salad and the bread, we cooked off some bread or rolls. And I said, well, what about me?
And you, of course.
So anyway, just gonna
slide those puppies in there.
I'm just gonna slide these in here to get them warmed up. Just because we had them. Came from a local butcher shop here in the area. Well, that doesn't suck.
Ah, so good.
Okay. So the trick is to get them down. So the lid will shut. We're using the lid here.
Right.
But we're just going to do the bake. Bake roast. And do 375. And we're just going to do about 10 minutes and see. Hit start.
Okay, we'll come back.
Okay. Timer's up. It dinged. And okay.
Ooh, look at those.
Let's caramelize a little bit nice. So we'll set a rack on a plate. Now, to make them easier to eat, we like to cut them first. That's just what we like. So basically you can just kind of follow along down the bone. Just use the tip of the knife.
Can we stack them?
Some sauce, more sauce over. And we will spread it around. If you're not a wet rib person, basically you can just sprinkle with a little bit more of your dry rub that you did. And so it'll just be a dry, dry rib. But I like putting the rub on, cooking it, and then putting your sauce on. A roll.
Wow.
So hopefully that'll work out good. Again, it's pretty quick. Normally when I'm smoking them in the Traeger, of course I cook it. I smoke them for quite a while on the Traeger at a low temp, only maybe like 180 degrees for 2 or 3 hours, and then I bump it up to about 250 for another hour or two, and then I'll take them and wrap them in foil. And I'll put a little sauce on them and put just a little bit of typically some apple cider vinegar in there, maybe a quarter cup or so, or half a cup in each one, and wrap them in heavy foil, and then cook them up to temperature. I keep looking down at my wife. But anyway, this is really tough. What a stupid thing. But anyway, but that's how we do it, like on a Traeger. So it's going to be, 4 to 5 hours. You can do them a little quicker if you just cook them at a higher temp. But I like doing a little lower temp and getting more smoke to them. But this here, it was 18 minutes, and then we did another 5 minutes. So if you did it, like in these thicker, bigger baby backs, if you got the smaller ones, you get 18 probably fine. And then do about 10 minutes of a slow release of the steam, and then do quick to finish. Then pull them out, put some sauce on them, put them back in there on the bake at 375 for 10 minutes at most, 10 minutes, and then you get your dinner. So and we did the potatoes. We just did those real quick. So
Yeah.
less than an hour, probably 45 minutes. We have dinner.
An amazing dinner.
And it works.
Yep.
So we're gonna make a mess.
Well, you can use a fork.
Okay. No, no. Okay. Numbers. Oh.
They just fall apart. You can tell they just fall apart. Pretty nice.
Pretty good. And there's still, but you can taste the beer was steamed into it, and then the liquid smoke a little bit. Definitely can taste that in the meat. So again, if you don't care for beer, but you want to put like some apple cider, would be good in there, or even the apple cider vinegar. But again, you don't really taste the mustard, but you get the twang, a little bit of it. That's Anyway, flavor term twang. Wonderful stuff. So anyway, give it a try. If you like me to try to cook something, or show you a technique, or you have questions even, just put them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them correctly. So if I don't know, I'll look it up. I do appreciate you guys checking us out. If you like these videos, so like that, of course, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us 2 thumbs down. I mean, make a point of it. Give us 2 thumbs down. Anyway, but subscribe, and then make sure you put the bell, because that way when we put out our videos like this and other ones, you'll get notified, and so you don't miss them. Let me know how it turns out, and we will see you soon. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's 2 days.
Hey, take 2.
But somebody's not getting dinner tonight. And it ain't me.
Take 4.
Take 57.